The human body is extremely smart. How many times did you think about keeping your balance this day? Probably not once. Maybe when someone gave you an unexpected push. But how does the balance mechanism of the human body work? In this video, I'll zoom in on one part of this mechanism, the static equilibrium. The utricle and saccule play a major role in this. This may sound unfamiliar to you now, but at the end of this video, you'll know exactly what this is. The balancing organ is also referred to as vestibular system. Vestibular literally means cavity, which is exactly what this is. It is located in the sensory apparatus of the inner ear. In this image, it is depicted as the brown part. It helps the body maintain its balance. Besides that, the information gathered by the vestibular system is essential for coordinating the position of the head and the movement of the eyes. In this way, you are not only in static, but also in dynamic equilibrium. Now, let's take a closer look at the vestibular system. On the left side, two different types of canals can be found. The first type is the semicircular canals, meaning that they are shaped like half circles. These respond to rotational movement. The utricle and saccule lay within the vestibule and respond to changes in position of the head with respect to gravity. For example, when you want to grab something off the ground and you bend your head forward. Functionally, these organs are closely related to the cerebellum, or small brain, and to the reflex centers of the spinal cord and brainstem that govern the movements of the eyes, neck, and limbs. The utricle and saccule are mostly in charge of the static equilibrium. Both consist of a macula, a thickening in the wall where the cover tissue contains vestibular hair cells. These hair cells are connected to a nerve. Thus when they move, they give a signal to the nerve cell. This is possible because the hairs on these cells, the stereocilia, sense the difference in movements. The maculae of the utricle are in the same approximately horizontal plane. Its use is providing information about the position of the head and its side-to-side tilts when a person is in an upright position. Saccular maculae are in parallel vertical planes and respond to forward and backward tilts of the head. Both maculae are stimulated by shearing forces between the otolic membrane and cilia of the hair cells beneath it. The otolic membrane is covered with a mass of small crystals of calcite. These otoconia add weight to the membrane and increase the shearing forces set up in response to a slight displacement when the head is tilted. You can imagine that the movements of your head are not very big and therefore more difficult to perceive. The extra weight from these otoconia solve that problem. It's especially important in detecting linear acceleration. Suppose you are sitting in a car at a traffic light and then begin to move. The otolic membrane, with all those heavy crystals, briefly lags behind the rest of the tissues, bends the hairs of the cells backward. And like I explained earlier, when the stereocilia bend, the nerve cells are stimulated. So when you stop at the next light, the macula stops, but the otolic membrane keeps on going for a movement, bending the cells forward. The hair cells convert this pattern of stimulation to nerve signals, and the brain is thus advised of changes in your linear velocity. To summarize, the vestibular organ is located in our inner ear. This organ regulates balance in static equilibrium with the utricle and saccule. This is managed mainly through linear velocity. Think back to the example of the car. When you stand at a traffic light and begin to move, the heavy crystals on top of the cell make the hairs of the nerve cells bend. When these stereocilia bend, the nerve cells are stimulated. The nerve cells send information to the brain about this movement. In the next video, I will tell more about the other part of the vestibular system, the semicircular canals.